Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. Now today, I will be welcoming back my good friend Denise Gossett. She's coming on the show to promote yet another year of Shriekfest in Los Angeles. She also has one, I think about a month later or so, in Orlando, Florida. And I'm having her on the show today to talk about all of that and see if she's got any acting roles coming up as well. And Denise is a lot of fun. She's really sweet. And I'm glad to have her back on. So, here is my new interview with Denise Gossett. Hey, Denise.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing great.
Well, welcome back.
Thanks. Always nice to come back.
Yeah. Wow. I had an interesting weekend in LA, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah, Monsterpalooza, right? Or was it Son of Monsterpalooza? I'm confused.
Son of Monsterpalooza.
Was it good? It looked like it was great.
It was good. Oh, my God. They were so busy this year, and they had so many guests this year that they actually got another room for all the extra guests to go.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Because on all the other years I've gone, they've just been in one signing hall, but this year they were in a couple of them.
Oh, nice. You know, I've had so much fun at that in the past. It's a shame I missed it this year, so I'm glad you went.
Yeah, it was great. I got to finally meet Reggie and Gigi in person.
Oh, yes.
Oh, God, they were so awesome. Man, Gigi and I, we had the same purple nails.
It's funny. I was just talking with her this morning. That is really funny. I'm glad you got to meet her.
Mm-hmm. And Adrienne Barbeau was there. She was a sweetheart.
Oh, nice.
Jenna Elfman was there. She was a real sweetheart, too. And, oh, my God, they messed up. I don't know. I'm going to the bank later to find this out. It's like they took the money off of my debit card to pay for the hotel, and then they put it back on.
Oh, a little gift.
Yeah, it's like they gave me a refund.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm sure they'll probably catch it, but it would be nice if they didn't, huh?
Yeah. It was weird. It was really weird. And I also went to, there was a movie screening for Barbara Crampton's new movie, Reborn, which I saw. It was probably one of the best performances I've ever seen her do.
Yeah, no, she's great in that. I saw it, too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it was submitted.
Oh, to the festival?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, my God. And Kelly Maroney was there, too. I got to see Kelly.
Oh.
And, yeah, I mean, overall, it was a pretty good trip.
Oh, great.
It was a pretty good trip. So, what's going to be at Shriekfest this year?
Oh, my goodness. We have 38 short films and 10 feature films. So we've got a lot of amazing stuff, a little bit for everybody. We open the festival with Greenlight, which is a feature. We have a brand new website, so everything looks gorgeous and pretty up there, so take a look. And we've got trailers for the majority of the films and their times, and it's going to be amazing. We're doing a networking in the middle of the festival this year. We've never done this before, but everyone always feels like they don't have enough time to chit-chat with everyone. Mm-hmm. So I'm giving them time. And so that will be great. That's going to be Saturday afternoon at 2:45. So the festival runs Thursday, September 26th through the 29th.
Nice.
And yeah, I'm telling you, you've got to come out. All those people that you just talked about come to the festival.
I know, Denise. Oh, let me tell you something. I was going to move to LA just for a few months back in July, and the person I was going to stay with, she got in trouble with the law.
Oh, no.
And I emailed about 30 or 40 people, and they all couldn't help me. I only heard back from 2 people. And I had plans. I was going to go to Shriekfest. I was going to go to this festival, that convention, and just, get involved in stuff. And then that happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it happened for a good reason, right?
Oh, yeah.
Never know.
It did happen for a reason, you know. I don't know what it is yet, but other than, you know, I was being protected by evil, from evil.
Right. Right, because who knows? I mean, if you had moved in, what kind of situation you'd be in.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And so I'll see what happens next year and stuff, though. But yeah, I promise I will make it out there one of these days.
Yay!
And stuff. Who's on the guest list this year?
The guest list. Let's see. We have. Where is my paper? You should see my desk. It's an absolute disaster. This time of year is insanity. But we have a lot of name actors in films this year. Caroline Williams,
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Merriman, Heather Langenkamp, but she cannot make it. She's actually shooting. She just contacted me the other day. She's like, Denise. But I'm glad she's working, so that's good. Veronica Cartwright, Barry Bostwick, Chad Michael Murray, Barbara Crampton, Frankie Muniz, Patrick Fabian. So we got a nice chunk of people in these films, and they're all amazing films, truly amazing. We got a little bit of, scary mixed in with some gore, mixed in with a little bit of sci-fi and thrillers. Basically, it feels like all the shorts this year touch base on every aspect. Like, there will be some where people go, oh my gosh, I can't take it anymore. Mm-hmm. And there will be some where people are scared and laughing. And we have some horror comedies, which I always enjoy those.
Love it. They need to make a comeback. That's the kind of stuff I try to write. I try to write horror with humor in it.
Yeah, because it's so much fun, and it makes the gore and the scary parts even more because you had that release of laughter. So it's a nice skill to have.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I did check out the website last night. It does look pretty, but yeah, the reason I asked about the guest list, I didn't see the guest list on the new website.
Oh, well, we don't ever post the guest list. People just know they show.
Oh, I could have swore it was on there last year, or maybe you told me. I don't remember.
Yeah, I probably told you. Yeah, we don't really ever post that. We just, like our party, there will be all kinds of horror people there that sometimes I don't even know they're coming. Kelly's coming, and Reggie and Gigi usually come, and things like that. But I don't ever announce it just in case there's a change, because we don't really charge to see guests; they just attend.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. It does make sense.
So you're kind of walking around with all of them, as opposed to standing in a line and getting an autograph and a picture. It's more just the horror peeps kind of hang out together, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like back in the day when celebrities, from the golden age of Hollywood used to be a lot more open with fans, but now everyone's, on the A-list has an entourage and bodyguards around them.
Right.
You can't even make eye contact with them on movie sets.
Right, exactly.
That's great though that you do that. You let the horror fans know that hey, they're just like you. I mean, hey, let's hang out.
Right.
God, that's great. Yeah, I saw Heather on Saturday too. She was there for Saturday only, I believe.
Oh, good. How is she doing?
I didn't get a chance to talk to her because she had a long line, but
I'm sure
Amanda Wiss was next to her, and I got to say hi to Amanda.
Aww. So it sounds like it was a successful trip.
Yes.
Very nice. Very nice.
Now, if only if Amanda could remember my name next time I see her, that would be great.
Well, you got to think of how many people she's meeting. Probably super difficult.
Yeah, I actually went to her table first thing when the place opened. I don't think she had anybody yet, but yeah, she hasn't even been on the podcast yet either, which is funny because I'd probably be the first one to pronounce her last name right. Her last name right, because a lot of people call her Weiss,
Right. Well, that would be refreshing for her, huh? She'd be like, oh my gosh, you got it right.
Yeah. So do you think it's going to be bigger this year than last year?
Yes, always. Yeah, I really do. And I think we've gotten a good turnout so far of people saying they're excited about the networking. It's really interesting, Tommy, because, we'll get, like, 1 year, we'll get the screenplay submission. And then a few years later, we get the film version of that screenplay.
Mm-hmm.
And that is super exciting to see, how did it play out? Did they stick to the script? Did they change things? And the way that happens is the screenwriters come to the festival, they network it with the directors and filmmakers, and they collaborate. And which is why people want more networking, because it gives them a chance to do more of this talking, because director might be looking for a script, and here is a finalist screenplay, and they team up, and then next thing you know, I'm getting the feature film or the short film of that script, which I think is so exciting. And it's funny because even if they've changed the title, I'll start watching and I'm like, why do I know this script? Like, why do I know what's going to happen? And then it hits me, they've changed the title, but it was a script from several years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So that sort of thing happens all the time. I mean, like all the time. There must have been maybe 10 now films that were screenplays several years ago and that got submitted this year. It's amazing. It's really exciting. And, so definitely more people. We already have some films that are almost sold out, which is great. We have our big party Thursday night, red carpet, and we got a lot of press coming to that. And last year we had over 500 people. So it's going to be a fun time.
Wow. And what do you guys do, if anything, to make each year fresh and not repetitive like the year before or before that?
Honestly, like, we'll do our thing, but I feel like it's the quality of the films.
Mm-hmm.
We are very picky on what we let in, and so that's where we change it up. So we're not doing cookie-cutter horror.
Right.
If I already have a zombie, it's probably not a good idea to schedule another zombie right next to it. You got to mix things up, and making the schedule is a very interesting job because you have to keep all of that in mind. You don't want to have too much of the same kind of film right next to each other or in the same block if they're short films.
Do you ever let in stories that are highly controversially charged?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we do.
You guys.
Matter of fact, I usually will have one feature a year that I always tell people this will be the one people walk out of. Which is good because, if it's that gory or controversial, there are people that dig that and want to see it. And then the people that don't dig it and walk out, they'll come back for one of the tamer ones. But at least we have a little bit of everything for everybody.
Oh, that's good. At least you don't discriminate.
Right.
Is there any information you can talk about on the Florida one?
The Florida one. So what we've been doing since Florida's in its third year, it'll be November 2nd this year. It's a one-day event. Mm-hmm. We're kind of keeping it smaller until, we build our following there like what we have in LA.
Right.
We're getting there, though. I mean, it keeps growing every year, which is phenomenal. And we are showing just the shorts in Florida.
Just the
I have all these features begging to show there. So maybe next year we'll branch out and have some features. But this year we're still just doing the shorts. But it's really interesting because a lot of the horror fans haven't necessarily been to a film festival. Like in LA, that everybody knows what a film festival is. So people are kind of learning, oh, wait a minute. So it's not the same 9 films 4 times that day. It's 38 different films. So it was really interesting last year because people were like, well, what is this all about? And sometimes I'd say, why don't you go in and watch a couple? And they'd come out and they'd always buy a day pass because they were like, these are amazing. So it's really fun introducing to fans. LA has fans and industry people. Orlando has fans. Mm-hmm. And that's what's super cool. And even the filmmakers that have attended in Florida say how much fun it is to actually just see a horror fan who has no agenda of the industry watching their film.
Yeah, and it's funny too. You got to watch what you do entertainment wise in Florida, because they have like all these strict laws.
Right.
Especially comedians, they get busted in Florida all the time. Very few of them ever go to Florida anymore.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's been
like busted for what?
Oh, just an obscenity charge for saying something raunchy on stage or something.
What? Isn't that kind of expected of a comedian?
Yeah, but in the state of Florida, that's a no-no, I guess.
Well, that's weird. I have a friend who does stand-up here. I'll have to ask him if he's experienced that at all. That is so bizarre.
Oh, yeah. There's been
Maybe
a couple.
It's the particular venue.
That could be that too, but it could also. But I know it's in the laws in Florida too.
Interesting. I had no idea.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that. But do you show the short films at the LA one too?
We do. So Saturday and Sunday we start the days with 2 short blocks. So Saturday we start at 11. There's a block at 11, a block at 1, and Sunday we have a block at noon and a block at 2. And then all the features are in the later afternoon and the evening.
Nice. Last time you were on, you were about to go to New York to play a lead in a movie.
Yes.
How did that go?
And that went great. It was freezing there. Oh, my God. I mean, I know that sounds dumb to say, it was cold in New York, but I was not prepared for that. I mean, I had all my stuff. I had to borrow a few things because I don't own a whole lot of wintry stuff. But, yeah, it was cold. But we had a really great time. The entire crew and cast were amazing. It's almost completed. So I'm super excited about that. It's called The Farce of Oliver Waters. Bizarre film, but really fun.
Mm-hmm. That's great. That's great. Yeah, I can imagine, because I remember it was like February.
Yes, it was. Good memory.
Well, I cheated a little bit. I went back and listened to last night's episode, so I know what not to repeat.
That's not cheating. That's preparing. I love that, Tommy. That's wonderful.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Do you have any other good film roles coming up or anything?
I have had to turn down 3 jobs because they were going to shoot during Shriekfest. So that was kind of a bummer. But I did just hear from a director. It's not finalized because we're still discussing, pay and all that stuff. But I may have just booked up something that's going to shoot like immediately after Shriekfest, which will be perfect. I don't really want to talk about it till it's completely finalized, but
of course,
that one's fun too. It's a nice feature, and it's got some good people in it. But I hate to be so vague, but just in case I don't get exactly what I'm asking for, I don't want to pitch it yet.
Yeah, especially if you've signed an agreement already.
Right.
Oh my God. So there's this game that I like to play with guests, Denise.
Yeah.
It's a series of silly slumber party questions, and how this works is, I ask you the question, you answer it, and then you ask me that same question, and I answer it.
Okay. Oh boy. Can I say pass?
Of course you.
I know you, Tommy. This could be crazy.
Of course you can. Very few guests have passed, though, I have to say.
Okay. I'll try to be brave.
It's not like truth or dare. It's more like, I dare you to tell the truth.
Okay. We will see where this goes.
Okay. Denise, are you ticklish?
Sometimes, yes. Now, Tommy, are you ticklish?
Ah, yes. I am very ticklish. What's your favorite part of the body?
My favorite part of the body. You know what? Maybe the lips. What about you, Tommy?
Oh, that's interesting. I have always loved the belly button.
Yeah, I do like that too.
Really, what do you find fascinating about it?
I don't know. There's just something pretty about it. And everybody's a little bit different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how I feel about it, too. It's like middle ground between, a private part and an unprivate part.
Right.
Depending on who you talk to. What color are your toenails painted?
They are red right now. What about yours?
I took my purple off this morning.
So they're just plain.
They're just plain right now, but I do still have a little bit of glitter left over on one of my big toes, and it's annoying me right now.
I know. Sometimes it's hard to get that stuff off.
Yeah. And then my favorite question, is there a stinky smell that just makes you gag?
Yeah, like if someone throws up.
Oh, that's a popular one. Yeah.
Yeah. That smell. Bleh. What about you?
Probably farts or feet.
Oh, yeah, some people's feet, lordy.
Yeah, I had pretty bad athlete's foot after I got out of the hospital.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Well, what happened was I didn't give the nurses a good reason to like me during the last month I was there because I was under the influence of pain medicine, so I was grumpy a lot. So they stopped changing my socks after a while.
Oh my gosh, that's not good.
Yeah, but it went away. I started soaking them and putting cream on them. And
well, you know why feet stink is because we detox out of them. So anything you eat that's bad or pills or anything you've taken that your body doesn't want, we sweat it out our feet, and that helps us detox it out. So that's why they start to stink.
Huh, I never thought of it that way before. I thought it was just because we wore socks and shoes.
Nope. But that's a shame that they just stopped taking care of you.
Well, I mean, no, they continued taking care of me. They just stopped changing my socks.
Yeah, that's not right, though.
Yeah.
Even if you are cranky.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
You learn your lesson, no more cranky.
Well, that's not me. It's the medicine talking.
Oh, well, that is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
I was under so much medicine during that time. It was insane.
Well, yeah. I mean, you went through a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. God. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
So, really quickly, the joke of the day.
Okay, uh-oh. I remember your jokes. They are wild. Okay, hit me.
This one's not that bad. Everybody knows the old nursery rhyme. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many kids she didn't know what to do. What did her right leg say to her left leg?
I don't know.
Nothing. They never met.
That was good, actually.
You like that? Thank you. See,
that's funny.
See, that game wasn't too bad, was it?
No, not too bad. You're cleaning up, Tommy. What's happening?
No, I'm not cleaning up. It's just I've been
You're
playing.
like, no, don't say that. That's horrible.
Yeah, I've been playing that game for like a year now. It came out of an improv. Me and my friend were doing a podcast, and she's like, you should play that game with every female guest. I think they'd love it, and just about all of them have.
Yeah, that was fun. It's kind of like, questions you don't normally ever get asked. So that was fun.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
And I hope Shriekfest, just becomes a gigantic blowout for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Good vibes are always wonderful to have.
Mm-hmm. And we'll talk way before then, whatever the future holds, But I will make it out there one day.
Yay! I forget where are you based?
In Redding, California.
Oh, that's right. So you are in California, so that's not too bad.
It's
yep,
not.
Someday you will.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
This trip just, cleared out my bank account for right now.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure just stepping foot in those conventions can do that.
Yeah. But I don't regret it. It was so much fun.
Oh, good. did you guys go to the bar and stuff? That bar is always the best because everyone hangs out there.
Oh, the Marriott.
Yeah.
Well, they have like 2 outside bars, and they have 1 inside. I was in the restaurant for breakfast 2 days in a row. It was one of the best breakfasts I've ever had in my life.
Wow.
It was all you can eat buffet, and
That was a lot.
oh, they had everything there. It was just amazing.
Wow. I've never had breakfast there, but I have eaten and had cocktails with everybody there.
Yeah, it goes from like 6:30 to 9:30, 7 days a week, and it's well worth it.
Oh, I might have to slip in there someday and try it out.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, I recommend it. And so, Denise, thank you so much for coming on again.
Thank you, Tommy. This was great.
Oh, thank you so much. And kick ass at Shriekfest.
Thank you. And you keep taking care of yourself, okay?
I sure will.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, there you have it. Denise Gossett, ain't she a sweetheart? I gotta make it out there one of these days to Shriekfest, because, I mean, it has to be as wonderful as she says it is, and I know it is, because Denise is a wonderful lady, and I gotta get out there someday. If you like this video, everyone, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, add me as a friend on Facebook, join my Tommy Kovac comedian page on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and all that fun stuff. Well, that's all the time we have this week on Splat from the Past. Until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying, there's no shame in living in the past, because the present sucks. Later, dudes.